Yeah, I can hear you.
Gina, you can hear Gina? Okay.
Yeah. Okay,
Okay.
we're ready. We're recording. So we will wait for Andrea. I'll text her that we're good and then we can go. So many exciting things to talk about, you guys. All right. So I am sure Hayden.
Hi. And yay.
Hi, Jean. Hi, everybody. Oh my gosh. What a good month we had. So exciting. There she is. Okay, Andrea, we are recording. We're good.
We're good?
Yeah.
All right, let me slide over and see everyone. So I'm so excited that everyone is on. This is weird that I'm doing it from my phone because I can't see everyone at once. I have to keep sliding over, but this is kind of fun to do it this way. So I'm in the parking lot of Children's Hospital, but everything's good. So just quick report for those of you who had known I was coming here. But there's going to be little people coming in my car in a little bit, along with my husband. But we're good. So you might hear some commotion. But anyway, wow, y'all, did you see our exciting month? How awesome was that?
Crazy.
So we've got some exciting promotions. So we have a brand new area manager. We've got Yin. I've got to like scroll over to see if Yin on. Yin, is Yin on? So yeah, we've got brand new area. Yay, brand new area manager. How awesome. And that's amazing, y'all, because once you hit area manager, it's go, go, go on to region. So that's super exciting for Yin and her team. We have 3 new district managers. Selena Harrison is a new district manager. Jessica Bohr is a new district manager. And Gina Valentini is a new district manager. So that is so exciting because, again, that is just the start of, like, climbing through the levels. There's only 4 levels in Arvon, and, like, you did it. So awesome, awesome job. We have a lot of qualifications. One we're really excited about is Gabby. She is in qualification for Regional Vice President. How awesome.
Yay, Gabby!
I mean, seriously, I'm so proud of this girl. She said, I'm going to do it. She was going for it, and she stuck to it and was like, going for it, going for it, going for it. And she is going to finish this month. So definitely be cheering her on, and just any ideas y'all are seeing or anything like that, like float them her way, because her and her team are going for it this month. So area manager, we have Jenny King. I'm super excited about that. She's actually in the Bahamas right now and was like headed to the Bahamas when she was finishing up that qualification. She's new to our team and she is knocking it out. So I'm super proud of her. And then we have 19 consultants in qualification for district manager. And y'all, like, that is the lifeblood of our business, is we want to be district manager making machines. And if we can get people to district, we can get people to nation. And that's really like all it takes, is that because we just duplicate this, is that we teach people how to do that. We just keep repeating, like wash, rinse, and repeat. We just repeat, 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 repeat. So that is so exciting that we've got so much growth on our team. We were about 15,000 away from nation quals. So that's super exciting. I had a lot of y'all checking in on me and stuff like that. And I just want everyone to know, yes, we are going for it, but it is nothing that, like, I definitely don't want anyone to feel like we need to sell our way to get there, because that's not what we're going to do. We're going to build our way to get there. So how this is going to go, how, I envision it for me, is we're going to do this through promotions. We're going to do this through promoting everyone to where they want to go. So basically, we're just leveling up. We're just getting everyone to the next level, because if we can rise everyone else up and get them to where they want to be, then we will get there as a nation. But not only that, then we're going to be popping out nations right after that. And that's what's so important, is that I want every single person on this phone call to be a national vice president. I mean, I say that every time I meet with a prospect. I say, look, the point of this business, like, I want everyone on my team driving that white Mercedes, and that's what we want to do, is we want to take everyone by the hand and grow them and build them to where they want to be. And that's kind of like one thing I just want to talk about real quickly. I know I've done a couple of Facebook Lives this week about that because I've just been having a lot of conversations with a lot of people on our team as we've been growing. But I just can't say this enough, and especially that we've got, especially to Gabby's team who's going for region, our team, our whole team who's going for nation, and then we've got a lot of people going for district and a lot of people going for area quals and area manager promotions. Is that painting a vision, how important that is. Like really all we're doing is we're sharing products and we're sharing the business, but then we're sitting down and we're painting a vision for people. And I know, Hannah, I see you right now because you're like on one of my 4 people on my little screen on my phone. And I just thought it was so interesting that on Friday night, she like called me up. She's like, I got it. I finally got it. And she had like prospected 2 people she had wanted on her team for a long time and just painted a vision for them, and basically all that is just figuring out what it is that that person wants. So really connecting with people and really like literally like listening to that person. Like, what do they want? What makes them tick? And you know what? It might be that day that you're meeting with them, that something happened to them, something bad happened, or their mind's just not on this. And maybe Arbonne's not the thing you talk about that day. And that's okay because we're just building relationships with people. It's really about the other person. But what we're doing is really trying to learn about that other person and find out about them, and then find that void in their life and fill that need with Arbonne. And so again, it might be that that Arbonne can, we offer time freedom, time leveraging, and an income, an unlimited income potential. And with those 2 things, with time freedom and money freedom, people can go out and do what they wanted, what they really like have their heart set on doing. And so I think that that's the amazing gift we have with this, and that don't be shy in sharing that with people, because again, that's what people are looking for. Yes, we have awesome products, and yes, they'll feel amazing doing the 30-day, and yes, their skin will look oh so glowing, with our RE9. But the thing is what they can't get from something else. People aren't lying awake at night wondering how their wrinkles are going to go away, or wondering how they're going to have like regular digestion. They're lying awake at night wondering how they're going to pay their mortgage, or how they're going to stay home with their kids, or put their kids through school, and these are the things that we can offer them. And so just be passionate about that. And if you're new on this team and new on this call, first off, I forgot to welcome you. So welcome. But if you're new, that might take you a while to build your belief in that. And that's okay. You can do something simple like reading an Eye on Arbonne a day, or watching those Arbonne My stories, or, reading a book, and your upline and your sponsor can get you, plugged into those things. But it's just so important because, again, what we have is such a gift to give people. And at the end of the day, like, that's really what it's all about, is that we're just growing people and growing leaders. And if you just put the focus on other people, that's going to be what ultimately grows your business and grows your team. Okay, so we have some other exciting things that I want to talk about, because I'm going to pass it off to, really all of us who had gone to GTC and who have plugged into the virtual. But I wanted to give a couple of announcements real quick. Just some save the dates. A couple announcements before the save the dates. One, I'm sure y'all have seen that awesome tote that Arbonne's giving away with a consultant order of $300. That thing is awesome. I would get that because it's just like awesome branding for yourself to like carry your groceries in, or go to the pool with, or whatever. But just know that when Arbonne has things like this, it's while supplies last. So I wouldn't wait towards the end of the month to do that. Anytime Arbonne has anything, it's while supplies last, even though they put a date on there. So just kind of be mindful of that. Just a little tip. The mascara is launching June 17th, and they have all of the digital toolkit, has like all the the pictures and things like that to support like that marketing for that. So check that out. Okay, here's some really important dates. There's this event that's called RVP to Be. Okay, it's the coolest event. It's for area managers to go. It's in January. It's actually January 24th through 25th this year in 2020. It's in California. Registration for that opens June 3rd. So if you are right now an area manager, you're going to want to go on tomorrow and actually register for this. How you earn this is you have to hit your area bonus 3 times between June and October. Okay? So 3 times between June and October. So I would definitely register for this. Go for the qualifications of it by hitting your bonus, and the bonus for an area manager is hitting 20,000 in your area and having 10 people signed up at 150. Totally doable for all my area managers that are on here right now. I mean, y'all are hitting that about that right now anyway. But you get a tour of the home office, you get this awesome training, and I mean, even if you're planning on being a region by January, which I know several, I think about 4 of you are, I would go to this right now. I would go as a region. So like, I mean, I wish that I could qualify for this and still go. Like the training is going to be phenomenal. And I know this past year that there were several people who earned it as areas and went as regions. But like the training it's a small group of people who go. You're going to have awesome training. The lineup is amazing. It's at home office. Your meals are paid for.
Remember last year?
Yeah. I mean, was it last year or the year before? I can't remember.
A year before last, I went. So they treat you like absolute royalty, you guys. I mean, it is phenomenal. And like Andrea said, it's a small group. You get to ask questions, and you're like right there at the stage. Ashley Strong spoke as a region at the one I went to, so it must have been 2 years ago. And then, of course, and so many people that went popped out as regions, like soon after, within, 6 months or so, just pop. So it's a really exclusive event. And I was so glad I went.
Yeah, it's amazing. It definitely gets you to the next level for sure. So just go ahead and register if you're an area. Tomorrow is when registration opens. And then let's focus on getting your bonus hit 3 times between June and October. Okay. So the next thing is, this is really cool for our area. There's a corporate sponsored Discover Arbonne that's going to be June 21st, a Friday, in Atlanta. The next day, on that Saturday, June 22nd, there's going to be an ALMA training event. So that's our cultural, like multicultural group training event in Atlanta on the 22nd. So what I was thinking, I don't even know what my calendar says that Friday, but first off, if you have any prospects, I know we have a team in Atlanta, so we definitely want to get our team in Atlanta to go to this. And some of us from Birmingham going, anyone close, like driving distance to Atlanta, you definitely want to go to this corporate sponsored event, because these don't really happen that often. I mean, it's rare when it's somewhere close to you, but and we definitely want to get prospects too. Like, this is the thing, we don't want to just go to these just to see them, because I mean, hey, they don't need to sell me on Arbonne. I'm already drinking the Kool-Aid. I'm drinking the fizzy. Like, I don't, I'm good. I want to be bringing people to these events. So like, that's the thing, like with our meetings and everything else. And with this meeting, you want to bring your ACE people. And this could be like a first time exposure, second exposure, third exposure, 12th exposure, 20th exposure, whatever, but definitely use this to your advantage. And then look at the training. And there's more information on this. I actually wanted to call Arbonne about, I don't know the times of this. It wasn't listed on there and I couldn't find it. But I'm going to be calling VP support tomorrow to find that out. And then the last thing is Pure Impact trainings. These are like a mini GTC. Okay, so I'm going to run through the schedule. And don't worry, like if you don't catch these, you can always like go on the source to find this. But September 7th is going to be Knoxville. And that's when a lot of us Birmingham people go over there. But also it's Long Beach, California. And then Washington, D.C. So I know some of the North Carolina people go to the Washington, D.C. one. So that's on September 7th. September 14th, my birthday, is the one that's in Chicago, in Sacramento. And then September 21st, Albany, New York. And September 28th, Dallas, Texas. So I know that the September 7th one, we've got people in the, from like probably going to be attending both of those, and then September 14th. So both of those. So just, be looking at that for your teams just depending on where they are scattered across the country, to be going to those trainings. So that is as far as like all the announcement stuff I wanted to do. So now for the train, does anyone have any questions about that?
I have a question. It's Yen. I know you can't see, but
I know I can't. How could you tell I couldn't see you? Do I look lost?
You said it earlier that you can only see four. I just guessed I wasn't on your screen. But for the RVP to be, you have to be an area manager in qualification to register. You have to be an area manager.
You have to be an area manager to register. But let's say someone promotes to area manager like in July, then they can register in July, and then they have to hit their 20, like their bonus. For like then they'll have July, August, September, and October to hit.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Bonus.
And doesn't have to be. It does make sense. Yes. Does it have to?
It doesn't have to be consecutive.
Okay.
So just as long as you hit it 3 times during that qualification period. But I mean, you're like gonna qualify for region, so you're totally fine.
Oh yeah, no, just for the areas quals. Soon area quals on my team.
You're asking for a friend?
Yes. All my girls will be there. MBD.
Yeah, totally. And that's the thing is so just put like a note on your computer as soon as someone, and we can check tomorrow to see if their area quals if they can, but I think they have to be an actual area manager to actually register, and it's $45 to register. So I'm pretty sure that that's also why
I think they have to. I'm almost positive that you have to be an area, but like Andrea said, it's still plenty of time. Like they totally could. And
so let's just be mindful of as soon as like we're promoting areas to like the like day, because people your promotion's not in effect until like the first of the month. So then when it is in effect, then like let's make sure we register these people.
For sure. Cool.
And like maybe someone can put reminders out about that, like as we start promoting. Because I know like for instance, like Jenny will finish next month. So y'all put a little reminder on our Facebook page, like Andrea, don't forget Jenny has to sign up. So yes. Does anyone else have any other questions about the stuff I went over? And if y'all are on the call and like, for instance, like that meeting that I talked about in Atlanta, like you're in another state and you can't make it, but you have a prospect that you want to go, send them, because some of us, I'm sure from Birmingham, will be going over there meeting some people. So let us know so then we can be a friendly face to meet them and like get to know them. Maybe we'll even do a Zoom call with them before so they just don't feel so awkward. And then that way we can help you like, get them there. So I guess it's a good little game too to think about who you might know in Atlanta.
Hey, Andrew, I have a question.
Yeah.
You know if you can go to more than one, sorry, I'm really sick, but more than one pure impact trainings? Like if I go to the one in Knoxville with y'all, but then also have like my team in Chicago?
Yeah, you can go to more than one.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
For sure. Because they're actually different because they have different speakers too. So that would actually be really good. Yeah. So, well, the next thing I want us to all talk about, and I feel like it's so late, I wanted to do this right when we got back from GTC, but I had asked everyone who had gone to GTC to share their little nugget, kind of like their one little takeaway they got from GTC, just to make it like really quick. It could just be like one little thing. And so I'll just share mine really quickly. And just to kind of show you like just how quick it can be. But I mean, of course we got a ton of stuff out of GTC, but like the one thing that really resonated with me, and I mean, I posted about this, but is just the whole thing about done is better than perfect. And my husband has said that before a lot. But I guess you had to be someone with a British accent to say that for it to resonate with me. It just sounded better or smarter or something. I don't know. But that just really resonated with me because it's like so many times I'm waiting for the perfect opportunity to talk with someone, the perfect moment, the perfect this, the perfect that. And you know what? As you can see right now with everything going on, life is anything but perfect, and done is way better than perfect. So that was my takeaway. So who wants to go next?
I'll go. or Jean can go.
Okay, I'll go real quick. Jean David, I guess that's how you pronounce it. He said our products have value and a mission. So just kind of reinstates that our products are a way to get to our mission and to get all the things done everybody does to help other people in our bond through the products. That's it.
Awesome.
I heard a lot more about personal development this year than I did last year. And I really took away from that, like in order for you to help build others up and help others build others up, you have to really take time for yourself and work on yourself and do that personal development, or else you're not going to be able to, I mean, you will be able to, but not as well, build those relationships and build those other people up that you need to build up.
So true.
I'll go next. I heard two themes like that a lot of speakers talked about. It was consistency and just stop comparing yourself to other people and their journey, and to embrace your own journey. And that resonated with me. Not only Rachel Hollis, but all the MVPs talked about just stop comparing yourself. It's none of your business what they're doing, and it's none of their business what you're doing. To just kind of put your blinders on and follow your own path. And if you don't quit, you'll get there. So I liked that.
Perfect.
A lot of things were talked about, like the impact that Arbonne has on communities and what we get to do. And one of my favorite quotes was Ashley Strong said, "Do more so you have more, so you can be more, so you can give more." And then Rita Davenport right after that said, "Make a difference, not just a paycheck." And for me, it's really important about like how my business one day, what it will look like, and like the type of impact it's going to make, and in the areas that I care about. And also Arbonne being the #1 multi-level marketing company that gives back to communities. And now with the matching of the donations to charity, like just all of that would mean so much to me.
I don't remember.
Go ahead.
I don't Go ahead, Polly.
You go.
I don't remember who said this, but someone said that you shouldn't be just looking for any one certain kind of person. And I know I have been guilty of just thinking, oh, I've just got to get some young people. But someone said, everybody needs Arbonne. It's not just, any certain kind of people, no certain age group or whatever, but it's not anybody. And so that was, an important thing for me.
Good point. For me, it was more of a feeling than any one thing that somebody said. I mean, all of those things that you guys are reminding me of are amazing. But for me, and this has been kind of true for me this year, it was a feeling of being so proud to be a part of this incredible company. I mean, I've always been proud, but like, I feel like nobody can touch us. And I feel like everything to me feels so possible now, whereas maybe it didn't personally in years past. So it's something to do with confidence in our leadership, and I don't know, I think we just are poised to go crazy, amazing momentum right now, and it's just the absolute best time. So that was my takeaway.
Go Emily.
Who said that?
No, go.
Oh, okay. Gosh, as y'all are speaking, I'm like, shoot, I should say this. It just brings back so much. But I'm kind of with Polly on the overall like feeling rather than just one thing that someone said. But like Andrea, you starting this call and talking about how important the vision is. I feel like going to GTC just is the vision. Like you see the hundreds of promotions that real life people worked for and earned, and how it's just so possible to get there. And also how it's not just about the end point, it's about the journey and who you become on the way there. And I just think that was huge for me, and I posted about it too recently, but just that it's not always about the end game. It's about, every single day that you put into it and enjoying that enjoying the journey. Enjoy, it's not real reward if you don't have to work for it. So working hard and putting in the time.
I'll go. Or no, go Hannah.
Jen, you go.
Okay. For me, it was like, of course I heard a lot of good things, but it was more what I saw. Like, of course, everyone walking the stage is great, but I did not see anyone that really looked like me. If I did, it was a very small amount of people. So for me, doing this is more about the vision of someone who I don't even know being able to see me walk that stage and be like, I can do it too, because that is like very low in our bond, and people, think a certain way that a certain kind of person has to do this, which obviously isn't true. So it's definitely more about the people I don't know being able to see me walk the stage and share my story and be like, you can do this too.
Wait, Sarah's comment or dance on it. Say Yen got a Jumbotron feature, everybody while dancing.
Whoop, whoop.
Woo. I'll just say one quick thing. My biggest takeaway from this year was they talked a lot about, when you're nervous or scared, is it fear of failure or is it your ego? And it's your ego, hands down. And if anything, like this past week, I feel like I've learned that so much. There were so many times where that person in my head was like, oh, don't reach out to that girl. She would never want to do the 30-day, or she would never want your products. But I did anyway, and I was like shocked. Ooh, I started echoing. But yeah, so that's always your ego that's stopping you from doing that one reach out or like following up with that person.
Okay, mine is also the vision. So I'm going along with Holly and Henry. So whenever someone asked me about it, first off, I told them that there's 18,000 people there. And so everyone just gave me this shocked look because I was so shocked too. So I think that was the coolest thing, as Emily said, like when you walk in the room, I mean, until you experience it, you're just like, holy cow. And I just walked away being like, this is a movement. And if I don't act fast, then, all these other people that I love are going to be on other people's teams. But when people ask me, the three things I say are, I know that our company is about love, relationships, and giving back. And that's something that I want to be a part of the legacy with these people. And so that was the coolest thing, is like, not only are we in the States, but we're around the world, and we're full of love, relationships, and we're all giving back. And so that was kind of the vision that I had with Arbonne. And it's not just, like when people tell me that I sell Arbonne, it kind of gives me the shivers, because I'm like, I don't even view it like that. It's more like I want to help other people. And so I think walking away from that conference, I had more confidence that that's what our company stands for. And so I think that is just a really cool thing that GTC had to offer. And then one thing, a quote I want to say from, if you were there, that was one of my favorite guys, Basambo Sayo, I think that's his name. And he said, do not make a permanent decision on a seasonal reality. And that was huge for me, because not only is that just part with Arbonne, but I think that's just life. And that just stuck with me because it's such good truth.
So true.
Rachel Hollis was the second reason. Shocker. One of my favorite things that she said, if you're not being your authentic self, you're lying through your life. And I mean, we can try and post things that maybe Avery McCain does and try and be exactly like her, but you're still like your own self. You're your own person. And I feel like Rachel Hollis says it all the time, like, you need to stop comparing yourself to everyone else's highlight reel, because you just need to be authentic. And the good, the bad, the ugly is just really what stuck with me throughout GTC, is just being your own person and true to who you are to be in this business. That's what I got out of it.
So awesome.
I guess
I'll
try to go.
Yeah.
So one of the persons that resonated a lot to me was Ashley Strong. She spoke a lot about trying to take ownership of your business. And I feel like I'm guilty for when a lot of times is not creating the right path. She spoke about not waiting for others to build your dream for you. You have to build it yourself. She spoke about deciding what you really want. What do you want this business to do for you? What do you want to create with this business? And rejection a lot. I feel like sometimes we take it personally. Like when you don't have friends or family that support you, you kind of take it personal and you're like almost like feel like quitting. So a lot of that kind of put me back in the mindset, like definitely not to quit.
Some point. I think for me, the biggest thing that I came away with was, like, yeah, you have to just kind of not follow anybody else and stop comparing yourself. But for one of the things that I really, and it's not that I didn't know it, but I just need to get out of my own way. I got to stop thinking about, well, I need to do this first. I need to do that first. Like once I get this part of my business settled, then I can do that. Or once I get this done, then I can do that. Or once I talk to this person, then I can do that. And it's like, no, you just gotta roll with it. I need to get out of my own way and stop thinking about who and just talk to everybody. Like stop cherry picking. So that was me.
Yes, Kristen, that is so true. Get out of your own way.
Right, we talked
You're
about
like
that.
totally born for this. You are cut out for this.
Yeah, when you see me on stage, you can say, "See, I told you so."
I will.
Yes.
Next year, you got it.
Yes.
The next Rita.
Right.
Exactly.
Oh, I want to be her when I grow up.
Well, y'all know, seriously, that is awesome. Is there anyone else? I'm like thumbing through.
Piggybacking on what I think it was Amber, Dana Collins said, this hit with me, a no means personal preference, not rejection. That takes me a long time to get over that, to get that in my head. It has taken me a long time to get that in my head.
Yeah, and someone else said no just means next opportunity.
Very good.
That's a good one. Yeah.
That is awesome. Yeah. Well, I do want everyone to know, like, all of us are going for such huge goals here. And, and one thing I just want everyone to be mindful of, like, as we're going for these big goals, if it is not your time, that is okay. I don't want you to feel like any pressure or anything like that. You're like, if it's not my time, that is awesome. But one thing I will say, that it is Arbonne's time right now. And that's what I've been saying when I've been prospecting people lately, is just that the timing might not be right for you, but the timing is so right for Arbonne. And like, you have to trust me that, I've been like, this is when I first started my business. It was the momentum that Arbonne was in when they came out with their RE9 line. And this is the same momentum. I'm telling you, it's like a feeling, like I can see it. And it's happening. So if it's not the right time for you, just take a second look at that, because it is definitely the right time for Arbonne. And like, definitely, like, I really just want to work with everyone on getting to where you want to go. Like, make this about you and like your goals and where you want to be and where you see yourself and where you see yourself leading a team. Because there's not one person on this phone call that just can't do it. I'm telling you, like, everyone here is completely cut out for it, and we're better together and we're better working together as a team. And so if you're lacking in some way, someone else will shore you up, and you're going to bring up someone else that's lacking in some way. So, and let's all lean on each other and help each other and make each other better, because of that. I know that tomorrow night, Polly's going to be offering a getting started training. Isn't that right, Polly?
Yeah, I'll post it. It'll be at 8 o'clock Central Time. So, yeah, and I'll just post it. It'll be on my Zoom line. So I'll post my Zoom line for you guys.
And one thing, just a little piece of advice, what I've been doing with people before with my own people that I do a getting started training call with, I have them watch that getting started training video, because like, a lot of times it's really good just for them to like go through it once and then they hear it again live. And then that way they come to the table with questions, or they're just ready to roll, So definitely, I know it's both posted on our Success and Simplicity Nation's website under Getting Started. It's just the link underneath the slides. And then also, I know people have been like, tagging people on our Facebook page where that is. And then you can also just text that to people as well. I find that really easy to do. I'm going to be offering another one later this week. If y'all think that that's helpful, let me know, and I can open that up to everyone. And again, it's just a great opportunity, just to get people started on the right way, because I really think that that's the key. Duplication is the key to growing our business. I mean, we should never be asking, well, does this work? I love that. Like when other teams are doing something, it's like, oh, well, they're doing this. Does this work? Does this work? It's never a question of does something work or not. It's a question of does something duplicate or not. And when we're all doing the getting started, and following it that way, then we're duplicating. And when we can all just get them jump started and get them going, their 100-person list, creating their dream team, doing their 2 launches, whether that's in person or virtual, and then literally going through their list right after that and getting coffee dates set, Zoom calls set, FaceTime set, whatever. I mean, the name of the game, it doesn't matter how you do it. It really doesn't, because the question is, are you presenting product and business? That's it. So it doesn't really matter, where you do it, how you do it, when you do it. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to get done. So just keep that in mind. And y'all, that's all I have for tonight. So I just appreciate y'all so much jumping on a Sunday night. And if you're in the Birmingham area, we have our team Discover Arbonne on Tuesday night at Whistling Table. So we hope you can join us.
Hey, real quick announcement. The Healthy Inside and Out Facebook group, y'all use that. There is so much information that we've been adding to that. And so add all of your preferred clients on there. It's for your 30-day clients and your preferred clients. It's a great way for people to see what's going on and then be like, oh, wait, what's that Skin Elixir product? I want to reorder that in my next order. So you'll see that there's a units section on the left side of the screen where there's documents in the discussion. There's a thing called units now. So if you click on that, you'll see that there's a section for 30 Days Healthy Living, a section for the 10-day. Wait, what is this question? Facebook. Oh, I don't know who's doing a Facebook Live tomorrow. We'll text about that after. But so that's going to be a really awesome place for you to tag all your people. And so every time someone orders one product, you can tag them in that so they can learn the most about that product, but then they're also going to be curious and check out all the other stuff too. So use that to your advantage. Tell all the people on your team to use it too.
Gabby, let me ask you this. Maybe it's something that we can do, some kind of a call where it's interactive, where we're going through this. I mean, I don't know. Do y'all think that would be helpful, or would it just be helpful if people just jump in there and start playing around with it?
I've been seeing a lot of people using it already, but if anybody needs help with it,
okay,
I can do a live or something in Success and Simplicity if you want.
Okay, just maybe just a kind of a walkthrough for some people who are confused or not familiar with how it works, because this is definitely a great tool, y'all, to really be plugging people into, because again, this is just another way that you can time leverage and you can be plugging people into stuff. And literally while you're sleeping, if they're curious about how the new mascara works, they can hop on there and check out a video about that. And then they can stumble across one on the business opportunity. I mean, there's just so many things in there, and it's just a way that we're constantly going to be following up and reaching up with our clients and then prospects as well. So yeah, does anyone have anything else, announcements or questions? Oh, one thing, I don't know if I said this, but if y'all, we're adding new people on, make sure that I know that a lot of us are inviting them to the Facebook page, but just make sure that they know that and to accept the request, because I noticed when I was doing the praise report, there's a lot of names that weren't highlighting, or maybe their names are different from the names that they're signing up with. Their proper name is different from their Facebook name or something like that. So if we can just kind of, give everyone a heads up about that, just so we can make sure that everyone's connected on here.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Awesome.
Well, thanks, y'all. All right. Well,
Such
everyone
a great
have a
month.
fantastic
Congratulations,
night.
everybody.
Bye, y'all.
Yes, everyone's rocking it. All right. Bye, y'all.
Bye.